Hey there guys, it's me Noah Carlos, back again with another episode of TNF Reviews. Yes, I know it's been a while, but like I said in my last video, it's because I've been kinda lazy, so yeah. I just thought that this one would be a good way to help me get back into the swing of things, so yeah, let's get started. Today we'll be reviewing a couple of Thomas Mini accessories that I made. So, which is basically going to be this turntable and both of the shed berths. So yeah, here we go. Before I actually go ahead and start to review these, I'd just like to give a little bit of a backstory to why I decided to make them. So the reason I made the shed berths was because of a school project where I had to take a cardboard box and make it into some sort of dream room. I chose to make it into a dream room which represented the island of Sodor, and I did some recreations of a couple of Thomas and Friends adventures from the classic series, well, mainly season 1, to relive a bit of the past. So I have the still to this day I have this I have the dream room, and I have to say is still looks pretty good. Hang on. So this is my custom dream room in all of its glory. As you can see, it has some little pictures of it to represent me. So for example, Roblox, which is one of my favorite games that I like to play, especially with Naj. You can go and check out his channel. Also into the sister location, here's a picture of me and some of my family members at a restaurant. And here's a Thomas and Friends picture, and here's this picture to represent my YouTube channel. And of course we have a couple of stickbots. Stickbot dog. I'll just leave them like that. And a bit of white cotton balls for the clouds, and a yellow one for the sun. And I used popsicle sticks for the tracks. I just drew them on, and I did this part for the points. So basically, some of the scenes that some of the adventures that I recreated were Edward Helps Out, or Edward and Gordon, where I just put Edward and some rolling stock, and Henry's Tunnel. For Henry's Tunnel, I actually used this train berth right here. The reason it actually didn't have any windows was because this is what I used for Henry's Tunnel. So basically, it would just be standing right here, and Henry would be inside of it, and I would have a Lego version of Sir Topham Hatt just sitting outside of it. So yeah, that's my recreation of Henry's Tunnel would have been like. As for this, I decided to use it as a shed berth from now on. I'll also use it as Henry's Tunnel, but it's mainly going to be a shed berth. So that's why I made the both of those shed berths. As for why I made the turntable, I don't know. It was just a couple days ago. It was some idea that just came into my mind, and I just decided, why not make a custom turntable? So yeah, that's why I made the shed berths. I made them when I was in 7th grade, by the way, fun fact. I'm in 8th grade now. And that's why I made the turntable, so let's begin. I guess we'll start off with the turntable. So obviously this, as long as the shed berths are made out of Lego. The yellow bits underneath I got from a Lego food pack for the table. This for the table I used for the turntable. And then I used a couple of flat pieces for the bits of track. And I used some more pieces for the the wall of the turntable wall basically. These pieces of moss I got from a Lego Minecraft set with the iron golem, which is now kind of in pieces probably right now. I kind of took it apart a while ago, and I guess I just decided it would be cool to use these as bits of moss for the turntable. I might change it eventually, but not really. It might also be seen in my remake, which I'm also trying to get done, of Thomas Gets Tricked, so yeah. Oh, and the best part about this turntable is that it doesn't only work for Thomas Minis, but it also works for Take and Play and Adventures trains too, so hang on. So I just showed you my Minis Thomas on the turntable. Right now with me I have a Take and Play duck. So I move the track and turntable up a bit. And as you can see, it actually fits pretty well on it. I was just going to make it where only Thomas Minis would fit on it, but never mind, it actually fits Take and Play trains on there too. Unfortunately, this turntable is big enough to hold only like tank engines like the size of duck. Like basically, it's only enough to hold engines that are kind of basically just long enough to hold tank engines like duck. It can kind of hold, so having a take along Arthur with me, and it can kind of hold Arthur, I think. I mean, his front wheels are kind of off, but his back, I mean, when I try to balance him, he seems okay. I mean, his front wheels aren't on, yeah, he seems kind of okay. So it's kind of good enough to hold Arthur, but it's the length of the engines that's the problem. Because Arthur looked like he was long enough to, like, most likely not fit on the table. That's why it's not really long enough to support the length of tender engines. But for tank engines, well, at least for Take and Play and Thomas Minis, it's just fine. So, yeah. Anyways, this turntable right here is really good, and I'm quite proud of this custom. And now let's talk about the shed berths. I'll start with this one right here. So, like, for my 7th grade project, I tried to do like something that would represent Tidmouth sheds. So when I started to like construct Tidmouth sheds, I decided to go for only one berth, and yes, I was that lazy. Not just that, but I also didn't know how it would turn out in the end. So after I just actually ended up making the shed berth, I looked at it for the end conclusion, and it didn't really look that bad. Sure, it can't really fit on the tracks of the Superstation tracks, and neither can Henry's Tunnel, aka the other shed berth. But it's still pretty good, and actually, yeah, it's enough to go on the tracks for my Island of Sodor playset. As you can see, it has some windows, and the rooftop, is also removable. Had a bit of a hard time removing it, seeing as how I'm holding the camera with my other hand. These two pieces kind of came off on itself with this, so yeah. It's a bit of a mistake. So yeah, it can basically, okay, there you go, got it back on. Not just the roof, but basically the rest of this set can also come off whenever I want. So this will be perfect for any accidents that I want to cause with this shed berth. So yeah, it's not a bad custom that it's not really a bad Thomas Mini shed berth that I made. Now, finally, we'll talk about this next one, which is basically Henry's tunnel. And I'm just gonna, and like the other one, I think I did a pretty good job on it. Unlike the other one, it doesn't have any windows, and at the back, it also has a bit of a nice view so that the engines can look back. So, yeah, long story short, it's basically a pretty cool custom, and just like the turntable and the shed berth, and I'm pretty proud of this custom. So yeah, so that's my review on my custom turntable, my custom shed berth, and Henry's tunnel, or just a shed berth. I'm just gonna, yeah, that's what I'm gonna call it right now, mainly a shed berth. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos, and yeah, leave a comment if you like this video. I'm almost at like 100 subscribers, so yeah, like I said, don't forget to subscribe if this is the first video you've seen from my YouTube channel. But yeah, other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye. Okay, I know I literally just ended the video, but you know I can't just... You know that I can't properly end an episode of TNF Reviews without some sort of train wreck happening. So basically now, here's some weird train wreck version, which is kind of similar to the one in Oliver Owns Up, except with Duck instead of Oliver, and Arthur as the trucks, and for some reason Thomas on the turntable, and really there wasn't any engine on the turntable. So yeah, so oh my god, as you guys can see, I was kind of expecting the turntable to end up breaking a little bit, but it's fine. In fact, this hasn't me thinking of a good idea for another episode. But yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys next time.